From the very beginning, Yah revealed His presence in ways humans could perceive. In the Garden of Eden, Yah walked with Adam and Eve in the cool of the day, and the word for the cool in Hebrew is ruach, meaning spirit, breath, or wind. Genesis 3 verse 8. They heard the voice of Yah walking in the garden in the cool of the day, or in the ruach of the day. And Adam and his wife hid themselves from Yah among the trees. Yah's presence was like a moving spirit living. All throughout the Torah there's a pattern, and it's first fire and then the cloud. Exodus 19 verse 18. Mount Sinai was covered with smoke because Yah came down on it in fire. The smoke rose like smoke from a furnace, and the whole mountain shook violently. And Exodus 40, verse 34. The cloud covered the tent of meeting, and the glory of Yah filled the tabernacle. Fire shows His holiness and judgment. The cloud brings covering, presence, and His guidance. Elijah on Mount Carmel saw this same pattern. He called on the name of Yah in 1 Kings 18 verse 38. The fire of Yah fell and burned up the burnt offerings, the wood, the stones, the dust, and even licked up the water in the trench. And right after, Elijah saw a little cloud rising from the sea. 1 Kings 18 verse 44. At the seventh time he said, "Look, a little cloud is rising from the sea, about the size of a person's hand." This small cloud grew into rain, ending the drought. So here we see the pattern. First, fire reveals Yah's judgment and holiness. Then the cloud appears, bringing life, rain, and the restoration of blessing. And because Israel turned to idols and abandoned Yah's covenant, they became like dry bones, spiritually dead. Ezekiel 37 verses 1 through 3. The hand of Yah was upon me, and He brought me out by the Spirit of Yah, and set me down in the middle of a valley full of bones. He caused me to pass among them, and behold, they were very dry. He said to me, "Son of man, can these bones live?" And I answered, "O sovereign Yah, you know." These bones represent Israel and Judah, dry because they left Yah for idols. But Yah promises restoration. Ezekiel 37 verses 5 through 6. Thus says the sovereign Yah to these bones, "Behold, I will cause breath or ruach to enter you, and you shall live. I will lay sinews and flesh upon you, and cover you with skin, and put breath in you, and you shall live. Then you shall know that I am Yah." Life returns to the remnant, not by their effort, but because Yah Himself comes in His Spirit to restore the remnant and renew the covenant. And the little cloud that Elijah saw grew into rain and ended the drought. So what does rain represent? It represents Torah and blessing. Moses said in Deuteronomy 32 verse 2, "Let my teaching fall like rain, my words like dew, like gentle rain on tender plants." And in the kingdom coming, this pattern of rain continues. And we see that in Zechariah 14 verse 17. Any nation that does not go up to Jerusalem to worship the King, Yah of hosts, will have no rain. Yah does not come as a man to die to save people from their sins. Instead, He comes in His cloud to deliver His people from captivity, gather the remnant, and lead them into the land of inheritance. Micah 2 verses 12 through 13. I will surely gather all of you, O Jacob. I will surely bring together the remnant of Israel. I will put them together like sheep in a pen, like a flock in its pasture. The place will throng with people. The one who breaks open the way will go before them. They will break through the gate and go out. Their king will pass through before them, Yah at their head. And Isaiah 11 verse 11. Yah will act a second time to rescue the remnant of His people remaining from Assyria, Egypt, Cush, Elam, Shinar, Hamath, and the distant coastlands. And I am here to testify today that years ago, I saw YAH's cloud of glory. The sun had set and it was dark outside. It was summer, and I looked out my kitchen window and I saw my whole yard light up like day, but with a golden glow. What I'm about to show you is an actual photograph, the only photograph I was able to get of the cloud that showed up in the night sky. My daughter and I were in such awe. We didn't think to take a video. I ran into the house and got my camera and took this picture. It happened in August, right before the pandemic that winter. Me and my daughter ran outside and stood under this cloud with the glory of YAH inside, glowing and radiating, and the cloud just hung over my yard and my daughter and I. As we watched the cloud move away from our presence, YAH's glory turned off. I know YAH was showing me what to expect when He returns to gather the remnant. So from Eden to the prophets to Elijah to Ezekiel's dry bones and into the coming kingdom, the pattern is clear. Fire for judgment, cloud for mercy, rain as Torah and blessing, and the remnant gathered under YAH's covenant presence. YAH comes not as a man to die for sins, but in His cloud to save, to guide, to teach, and to lead His people from captivity into their inheritance, the kingdom ruled with YAH.